Hello, everybody. I'm back again with my health and body series. So, to start off with, how is each one of you doing? I'm super enthusiastic, like always, to bring forward my knowledge and share it with you on why it is important to have a body which is healthy in all aspects. All right. Even before I give a brief about who I am, I'm sure most of you would have been observing me in the last couple of weeks that I have been presenting myself in the form of a post by doing a live series called Health and Body Series with Apurva. And today here I am to talk to you and also take in any questions that you might have, which I can answer right away while being here. Again, I'm Purnima Vamsi. I'm a mom of two lovely boys aged 8 and 4, and I work full-time here in Melbourne with the Bureau of Meteorology. As a side passion, I help women with their hormonal health. Now, if I have to give you a short description of what I do, when I talk about hormonal health, it might be confusing, but it is all about the thyroid, PCOD, PCOS, diabetes, which comes because of the imbalances created in hormones. And that's where I come into picture wearing the hat of a hormone balance coach to help you walk the path from where you currently are to where you want to be. Now, this might include about you wanting to lose weight, or you might be an individual who absolutely does not have any hormonal imbalance, but are struggling to lose weight. Let me make few things clear here. It is not necessary that, if you have hormonal imbalances which are medically diagnosed, only then are they considered as the imbalances created. There are very high chances that there is imbalance that is there in your body but is not medically diagnosed. When I say medically diagnosed, it is not diagnosed by the doctors, that it is not out of the parameters. So when a thyroid level, giving an example, in a thyroid level, if your levels are until 4.2, which is the medical parameter for your TSH, then we are considered to not have thyroid. However, if it is above 4.2, then you're considered to fall in the zone of having thyroid hormones, your endocrinal system. You're considered to be a thyroid patient. Now, similar way for PCOS, PCOD, there are scans that are done, and then basis on the cysts that are available in your ovaries, you are told that you're a PCOD patient or a PCOS patient. Now, these are all the ones which are medically diagnosed. Now, we also have people whose reports are excellent, but then their BMI, their weight is absolutely not at par with what it ideally should be. And we also have other symptoms, probably cramps during your menstrual cycle, your mood swings, your irritability, and low energy levels. Each of these definitely comes under the category of having hormonal imbalances. This is to give you a brief gist and overview. I can get really deep into it and talk about what estrogen levels, progesterone levels, and testosterone levels can create impact in your body. But the intention over here is to let you know that if you fall under any of the categories, medically diagnosed imbalance, medically not diagnosed, but you are aware that there are hormonal imbalances, you are not aware there are hormonal imbalances, and you are just overweight. So all of these, if you are having any of these symptoms, then I would love to have a conversation with you. I'm here to walk you through a path where, without hampering your current schedule, not taking you on a different diet, fat diets, no yo-yo kung fu diets, no hours together working out in gym. We will not do any of those. We will pave a path by working with each other, connecting and working with each other, where the process of you wanting to achieve your dream health and body gets simplified. Now, apart from, you might be thinking, how do I even have this knowledge? So this comes from a personal experience. Me as an individual, like I said, I'm mom of two boys. So in my second pregnancy, I was diagnosed with thyroid, which was absolutely not acceptable mentally for me, but I had nothing, but I could not do anything about it, since if I had to retain my fetus, I had to take thyroid tablets. Now, long story short, yes, I took thyroid tablets, not just 1 year. I took it for 4 years, 5 years, close to 5 years. And I took that because when I stopped in between, I realized that it was taking me into a postpartum depression mode. I know most of you would not even want to talk about postpartum depression, but yes, it exists, and I'm pretty open about talking and accepting it. So the postpartum depression along with thyroid was creating absolute chaos in my life. I had emotional outbursts. I was crying for no good reason. I was detaching myself from my days old baby. And all that didn't look literally, pretty, it's not the way that me as an individual, or any mother for that matter as an individual, would be behaving. So when we went back to our GP, went back to a doctor to get my levels checked, I was told my thyroid levels were really high, and I just could not stop taking tablets. So again, I was put on a higher dosage of tablet. I continued taking it. But there was this determination in me that one day I would stop taking thyroid tablets. Now, like you, I was also naive. I know most of you who are listening to me right away over here would have tried different things, various fad diets which are just salads, diet which have just juices, various health supplements, various shakes. You would have tried many things. It might have worked very well and good. But I would say for 99.9%, even it worked, you would have bounced back to your original weight. Now, if you are one such person, I'm exactly talking to you. Get in touch with me. There is link provided over here in the banner. Join my group. Get in touch with me. Let's work together to understand what your requirements are. So I was also one among you, and I would see, hey Sonika, I'm coming there. So I was also one among you, and I did try to get on to a lot of fat diets, lot of supplements, tried doing things, but nothing seemed to work. It did work, but it worked only up to an extent. Now, coming to Sonika's question of, if the food, does the type of food we eat impacts hormones? Of course, yes. Of course, it does impact, not in the sense of you should not be eating it, in the sense of how you should be making it and eating it. Now, for people with thyroid, there must be this mind block that you cannot eat cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, spinach, all these vegetables. But I would say you can eat all of those. And there is a way how we eat, how we make it, and that's where I come to help you. So yes, coming back to, I was also like one among you, wanted to desperately lose weight, do things, and I have tried several things. And yes, I did lose from a 90 kgs to a 68. When I lost 68 kgs, along with it, there were other ailments also that I had got. My thyroid levels were down, but I could not come out of medication. I had also got autoimmune disease, which is called the ankylosing spondylitis. So with autoimmune disease, again, it is always told that it is something which would gradually increase as you age and with your weight too. So all that was working round my head, not understanding what I can do. It's at that point of time that I researched about hormones, what impact it has on an individual body, how even a slightest imbalance can create absolute chaos in our life. And when I researched, did my certification, and implemented these steps on myself, I saw the result as beautiful as me coming out of thyroid medication. Yes, you heard it right. I no longer take thyroid medication. It's been 1 year that I'm out of thyroid medication. And as well, my weight coming to 59.8 with a 6.5 height. In my group that I mentioned, I post a lot of tips and knacks, that you can use and implement in your day-to-day life to ensure that your hormones are balanced. Now, you might be thinking, is this something to do with any other supplement, anything else, where you have to pop a pill or something which would come easy? Let me reassure you, it's not to do with any pills. It's to do with treating the root cause, which is the hormones. Now, how do we do that? In 3 simple steps. 1, the food that we eat. The food that we eat, when I talk about this, it is to do again with the staple food. From childhood, our grandparents and parents have been asking us to eat a rice, roti, vegetable, or whatever ethnicity you belong to, whatever your staple food is. We would still continue to do it the same. The second, we will work on our metabolic acceleration. Now, you don't have to spend hours together in gym and jog and run and do treadmill and cross trainer to increase your metabolism. The foods that we eat over here will already accelerate the metabolism and give your body a kickstart to see the balance being instilled internally, and as an external benefit, your weight starts to drop. Now, third is where I majorly focus, and that's the mindset. So I strongly believe that anything that is perceived by your mind can be conceived by your entire body. That's a vast topic to talk about, and I do that with my clientele, in my group, letting them know how all it plays a role. So yes, like I have told, I would be glad to be able to help you walk a path for your dream health. When I say your dream health, it can be anything. You want to come out of thyroid medication? Yes, it is possible. You want to come out of PCOD, PCOS? Yes, it is possible. Have you been struggling to conceive? Your menstrual cycles are not in proper order? We can work on that as well. Diabetes, are you taking sugar tablets? We will work towards it to see that the levels are reduced, and then we can pull you out of that tablets too. So there's nothing that I strongly believe that is impossible. And just so things get clear in your mind, it has nothing to do with a supplement, a tablet, a medicine. We will work with the kind of food that we are currently eating. Each of you, whatever food you are eating, we will work with it. We will work on accelerating your metabolism. There is a technique that I use to do it. And the most important thing that I work on would be the way you conceive and perceive things. That's your mindset. So yes, there's a lot of, I can talk about it for hours together, but the intention behind this particular live session of mine is to let you know that I, as an individual, have a burning desire and a passion to help you achieve your dream health, achieve your dream body. If you have been dreaming about wearing those enticing attires that are there in the showroom, then yes, it will be yours. But there's a way we have to do it, and I do it in my 87 days program. I would love to walk each one of you on that path. When you interact with me, get in touch with me. This is something I've been telling in the last couple of times too, and we will continue to do this series the next week after week, and then I would go live again next month. So I would want you to make that decision of reaching out to me. Hey Ritu, decision of reaching out to me and then asking me what it is that takes to get your dream health and body to come out of thyroid medication, to come out of PCOD, to come out of PCOS, diabetes, you name it, we can work towards it and bring you off it. That's how I have. It's not out of somewhere I'm talking. It's out of personal experience for 7-8 years, and that packaged as a program with a certification that I have done is what I'm expressing. Let's get in touch. Let's get your dream health rolling. And before I close this live, I would want to say, as always, I have been telling, it doesn't matter how much of anything you have unless your health is organized. So if there is no health, it doesn't matter how much of anything else you have. Think about it. If there is no health, it doesn't matter how much of anything else you have. It's lovely talking to each one of you, and I will see you on live next month and in my web series, Health and Body, Dream It, Achieve It. Thank you. Bye-bye.